Namaste Divine Tribe. How are you? This is Chi with Divine Vibrations with Chi. Thank you so much for joining me today for our daily affirmations. I am just jumping on to share with you today how amazing this day is. It is awesome. It's beautiful here in Portland, Oregon. And I just wanted to jump on and share some positive thoughts with you. And then hopefully you can continue to have a good day. I hope you're already started out having a great day. So thank you so much. Uh, I see I have one viewer. It'd be really nice if you could jump on and share with us who you are. That'd be awesome. I'd love if more of you can join us as we raise our vibrations today, because you know what, keeping our frequency high is what's important, and keeping ourselves well. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of singing bowl. It really helps me set the tone for where I'm at every day, and it really just kind of brings my chakra in alignment. So here we go. What I usually do is when I hit the strike the singing bowl, I try to breathe in some light energy and blow out all of the negative energy. So hopefully you can do that as well as you listen to the singing bowl with me. I'm going to do it once more. Awesome. There we go. I'm just going to put that down here. Okay, so usually I like to share something that I am doing to raise my vibration. Right now, I've got this awesome book, and I'm sure you guys have all heard of Eckhart Tolle. If you have not, he is an amazing author and spiritual guide for a lot of people. It just speaks volumes to me on where I'm at with my spiritual journey, and trying to find a center for myself, a center for my purpose, a center for my being, and what I'm doing today. Right now, a lot of us are in a state of confusion, right? Some of us are working, some of us are not. Some of us are feeling displaced or waiting for this circumstance to change. And that can all be pretty daunting. And so we find ourselves questioning. I know I'm finding myself questioning about where I am as far as my own soul purpose, what I'm doing with my life, what I should be doing with my life. And sometimes that gets us really stuck in a rut, right, in our heads, where we're thinking about everything. And we forget that sometimes being right in the moment, right here, me with you, me with myself, those are the things that are super important. What's happening right now is what's super important, right? Like, what happened 10 seconds ago doesn't matter. What's going to happen 10 seconds from now, we don't know. So it really doesn't matter. This very moment, you and me being right here, that's what matters the most. Exchanging our energy, being true to ourselves, and being who we are. And so I just wanted to share with you this book that I'm reading. It's called The Power of Now. It's been out for a while, actually, but I'm just starting to read it. And let me just bring that a little bit closer. It's by Eckhart Tolle, and he's amazing. He's so insightful, and I feel like I just started reading this book. I'm probably only about a quarter of the way through it, and I feel already spiritually enlightened by his nuggets of information. And me trying to find, as I'm trying to work with me, myself, and I, and who I am, and finding self love and finding self acceptance, that right now, what I'm doing right now is what matters. And is centering myself and what is best for myself. So I recommend this. You can, I don't know if libraries are open near you, and if your library has a pathway to pick up books that you can register online and pick up. It may not be a library that's open, but I know that you can pick this book up online, and maybe at a book exchange, or maybe you can put out on your Facebook that you're looking for this book and one of your friends already has read it. And that's a great way to get it, is see if a friend will trade you a book or do a book exchange with you. And you can exchange positive information. That's a great way to connect with a friend, and that's a great way to also get some new information and maybe trade some new books, right? So Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I can't say enough about this book. It's an amazing book. So let's pick up some affirmations today and see what the universe wants to share with us, and then we'll go on about our amazing day. So let's see here. I have a ton of oracle cards, and let's see. Oh, this one is calling to me. Let's ask ourselves an empowering question. And here, this one, now these actually, I'm going to have to look up who, I got these from an Etsy shop, and I forget who made them, but they're really super cool because it has a door. You see that right there? I love that because I always think of the metaphor of a door being open or a door being closed. And sometimes we have doors that are shut, and we get super depressed, right, about that door being shut in our face. And we don't see the gift about that door being shut. So I'm going to pull out cards with that. And then let's go ahead and pull out an affirmation for today. Let's see what the universe has in our chakra toolbox, our toolkit, and see what the universe wants us to know. Let's see here. Perfect. The more I get to know myself, the clearer it becomes what my life purpose is. Talk about self-love and me, myself, and I, right? Here it is. The more I get to know myself, the clearer it becomes what my life purpose is. That's pretty awesome affirmation. I love it. That's so cool. I love stuff like that. All right, so an empowering question. Let's see what kind of empowering question we can do, ask ourselves to get to know ourselves better today. And if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to post a question in the chat room, and I'd be happy to answer anything that you might have. And if I don't know the answer to it, we can always find out together. So let's see. I usually like to take cards that pop out because I feel like that's the universe. There's one right there. Asking us. So this one says, and this is from my Empowering Questions deck. Sometimes when I feel stuck, I like to let the universe ask me questions so that I can ask myself a question about where I'm at, where I'm going, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking. And it really helps me to just kind of get those, mindset going, especially when I feel stuck in a certain thought process, right? And I want to get out of it. So it says, what makes life feel complicated? And how can I simplify my life in little ways? Oh, look at that. What makes life feel complicated? And how can I simplify my life in little ways? Yeah, so those are really, really, really good questions, right? What makes your life feel complicated? Maybe you can post that in the thread and let me know what you feel makes your life feel complicated. Right now, it feels complicated, right? So many of us are displaced. So many of us are have family members or friends that are dealing with illness. Maybe we're dealing with uncertainty and strife. Maybe some of us are in relationships that are not positive. Being a person that has been, out of two really super negative relationships that lowered my vibration and really brought me to a negative space. That was a question I was asking myself a lot. Why was my life feeling so complicated when I was with these individuals? And it was me being with them, right? Like I didn't match with them. They didn't match with me. And I was forcing what I thought was love. And I was not showing myself love because I was being with people that were super negative, super toxic. And when somebody is putting you down, when somebody is always comparing themselves to you and how they're this way or you're that way, and when somebody is not self-accepting of themselves and when they're not accepting of you, of who you are, the way you are, those are all indicators that that person is not the right person for you. That's not the person that the universe wants for you. And when you really look at who I am, what do I want for myself? Who am I? And you really look at yourself in that mirror and you look at that vision of who you are and you say, you know what? Gosh, I'm not being the best version of myself because here I am trying to make this round peg fit in a square space. And it's not a good thing. And so self-love is super important, you guys. Finding what you love about yourself, finding the things, and all of us are different. We're quirky people. I'm quirky. I laugh funny. I sing different. I maybe sing off key. I think certain things are hilarious that other people don't. And I am who I am. And that is totally okay. Being yourself is super important because who else is going to be with you if not you? I love rocks and earth and certain types of music, and I'm superstitious in some ways, and I am just who I am, and I love who I am, and I don't want to change who I am at the core. Yes, I might have some things that I need to work on to better myself and be the best version of myself, but that isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? Changing myself for the better is a good thing. But when somebody wants to change who you are at the core, who you are being or who you want to be, if someone is putting down your dreams and your goals, I had a partner who would always put down my goals and dreams. Oh, you can't do that. Or when I wanted to go back to school, they would be like, well, I'm not helping you pay for that. Well, I never asked, right? I'm taking care of that. I'm doing that for myself. I never asked you to take care of me. I just asked you to love me for who I am. And when somebody can't love you for who you are, that person doesn't need to be in your life. Set them out the door, wish them well, and send them packing because that person isn't for you. If that person is trying to change you, and yes, our partners, we do feed off of each other. But if it's a negative energy you're feeding off of, bye-bye, sayonara. I wish you all the best, and thank you very much for teaching me that lesson. I didn't need you in my life. So, this is a good one. Sacred space, it says. So this is a good spot about being with yourself and finding self-love. Sacred space. Create a sacred space or place in your home or office just for you. Have items in this space that has meaning for you, touch you on a deep level, and have a candle. The candle is Creator, love for you. Use this space daily, even if only for a few minutes, to be with Spirit. This will give you peace and rounding that is needed, as well as greater knowledge. True. So I have a couple sacred spaces, right? This right here, this is one of my sacred spaces. That plaque right up there, that is my Reiki principles. Reiki has 5 principles, and the first one is just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not be angry. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. Just for today, I will give thanks for my many blessings. And just for today, I will be kind to my neighbor and all living things. And I mantra that every day. And I try to remember those principles every day as I ambulate and move around my day and my life. But having a place that is sacred, that is for you, people that are successful and are finding their sense of self and who they are and their true purpose in life, those people, they find a way to connect with source, the universe, whomever you call God, or the energy that you connect with that you feel brings you a sense of inner peace and love. It is super important to find a sacred space. I have one right next to my bed. When I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is thank Source for that amazing night's sleep. Thank Source for allowing me to wake and be present that day, this day. And then I usually go right away. Sometimes it's not right away. Sometimes I have kids, so I take care of my kids first, and then I go and I sit, and they know that I do this. They actually allow me this time because they know how important it is for me to connect with Source. And they give me that time to find that energy and connect with my inner energy and my universal energy and give thanks for being here in my sacred space. And they actually will come and connect with me sometimes together in my sacred space. But usually they don't, because they know how much I enjoy being in there by myself, connecting with Source. And they themselves actually do this in their own rooms and connect with Source, and try to have a sacred space. So, and it actually will open a door for you. So I will actually put down the Etsy link to where I got these cards. These are amazing. Let's go ahead and open one more. Let's see what calls to me today. So I'm an animal lover. And these are calling to me. Stephen Farmer, he has done a lot of different oracle cards. Let me just show you his right here. There you go. Named Stephen Farmer, and I'll actually post those also for you. And let's go ahead and shuffle. And I just love it. Look at the artistry. It's that heron. I just love that, don't you? The stork. Stork gives us amazing messages. Brings. It's kind of a symbol for a messenger. This is a good one. Manatee, dugong, is another name for it. And it says, accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. Beautiful card. I love the artistry. So manatee, accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. So many of us are trying to fight certain circumstances and changes in our lives, especially the changes in our lives. And sometimes we're trying to fight how things are as they are, right? Because we maybe might not like it. But sometimes sitting still, taking it all in, and accepting the fact that it is the way it is right now. What's happening right now is the way it's meant to be. And what maybe the universe wants us to know right now. And not rushing to change it so quickly, right? I think that helps us really connect with our sense of self and who we are and what we're supposed to be doing. When we find quiet space and connect with the now, like I was showing you the book, The Power of Now, accepting the situation as it is right now and not rushing off to change it, breathing it in, processing it, trying to understand why it is right now is super important. I think sometimes when we rush off to change what's happening, we don't really learn from why it's happening, right? And why we need to be here. So it says, accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. There are times to fight for what you believe in and times to lay down your sword and surrender. If you or a family member were in imminent danger, it would be quite natural to defend yourself by either fleeing or fighting, whether through action or words. Extreme situations may even require extreme measures. There are definitely wrongs to make right and situations where the spiritual warrior in you must take the lead. However, it's not the case here. What will work best for all concerned is for you to surrender and accept things as they are. Yield in order to overcome. Lay down your sword, not in defeat or in self-sacrifice, but from a realization that this isn't the fight you want or need to engage in. As the saying goes, choose your battles wisely. This is definitely not one to waste your time and energy on. Say the serenity prayer out loud. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Let go of your righteousness and your ego's need for control and find that peace of mind that you so cherish and have available simply by choosing it. So, choosing to surrender to the now, choosing to accept things as they are, choosing to not force the hand, right? Oftentimes, when we force the issue, I don't like to force things. And I feel like when you're forcing things, that's when things go wrong. That's when things go awry and they don't work out. And they lead to very dysfunctional things, actually. And we don't realize that till way later. Sometimes just sitting in the now and accepting how now is what's important. So I hope this helped you today. One more time, the affirmation. The more I get to know myself, the clearer it becomes what my life purpose is. I hope that in some way I have helped you today, whether it's have an aha moment, whether it's realizing to accept situations as they are right now, whether it is trying to simplify something in your life in a small little way, whether it's creating a sacred space to connect with your source of power. I hope that you have an amazing day. And I want to say thank you. Please, if you can, like and subscribe my videos so that more people can see my videos and then my videos get shown. And I want to wish you all a blessed day. And please hit the notification bell so you get more notifications. And namaste.